One. Okay, the major news in the Western Hemisphere is the capture of mercenaries in Venezuela that were sent by the United States government in order to assassinate the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro. Now, these men have been captured and they have been placed on Venezuelan television where they have told their story. Now, these are two employees of the Florida-based security firm, also known as Mercenaries, from the company Silvercorp, have been detained by Venezuelan forces in connection with the actual failed invasion. It's not just these two guys, but there were an additional group of mercenaries that were caught during their operation to assassinate Maduro. The only instructions he received before Sunday's botch, this is this specific guy that was captured, was to take control of the airport in order to facilitate the transfer of Maduro to the U.S., Luke Denman, one of the detained Americans, had said in the footage.
How much would Jordan pay for the job?
I expected anywhere from 50 to 100,000.
What is the training you teach?
Planning, mission planning, and tactical work inside buildings.
How many times did you visit Colombia?
This is the first time.
How many times did you visit Venezuela?
This is the first time.
Where did you stay in Rio Hacha?
There were some houses that the guys were living in that we stayed with them at.
How received you in Alta Guajira?
There was a man in a wheelchair, and a group, more men with him.
Did you know about a document that described the close of the operation?
Yes, I saw it about a month and a half ago with Jordan's signature and Juan Guaido's signature.
How many people conform Cybercorp?
3 that I'm aware of, including myself.
Which kind of profile have the peoples who works in Cybercorp?
The only other person that is not Jordan is Aaron, and we both know Aaron, or we both know Jordan from our military experience.
In which countries the Silvercorp are operational right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Just here.
Now, Maduro had announced on Wednesday that Denman and fellow Silvercorp employee Aria Berry will go on trial in Venezuela. Caracas will also be demanding the United States extradite Silvercorp leadership boss Jordan Gordo, as when he allegedly coordinated the acts of the mercenaries. Of course, we are not going to see that happen, and the United States tends to protect very well those who work hard to carry out its imperialist ambitions. Now, there's been some doubt thrown by people who are extremely angry that the people were caught, claiming that the United States didn't do this, and that this is not the kind of thing the United States does. Except that there's like 50, 60, 70 years of history of the United States assassinating foreign leaders, if not even longer. Should be also noted that previously the United States offered a bounty of $15 million for essentially the capture of Nicolas Maduro. So the people who would put a bounty on his head totally wouldn't send people to go and capture him. If you cannot even make that logical connection, let's say you have difficulty completing simple tasks. Let's put it that way. Now, Denman and Barry, along with 11 other foreign mercenaries, were arrested by Venezuela's security forces on Monday as they were intercepted by trying to reach the country's shore by speedboat. Now, obviously, this is very obvious, as the U.S. has attempted to assassinate Maduro before, like the explosive on the drone that attempted to get him previously. And once again, we're going to face a situation. I don't even have to tell you the history of the U.S. assassinating foreign leaders for the heinous crime of just wanting to have their country independent from U.S. imperialist rule. But what we're going to see now is, again, the complete lawlessness of the international politics that is the world. In other words, this is another attempted assassination, and the worthless UN is going to sit there and do absolutely nothing about it. Every international regulatory governmental body which is supposed to deal with situations like this is very clearly not going to do a damn thing. Every single one of them is essentially going to say, "Oh, well, we can't do anything." And that's the order of the world. That is the face of the United States, and that is the face of its people. I guarantee you, if you talk to probably most Americans, they'll probably agree that assassinating Maduro is a good thing to do. Got to get him a gas price. So, yeah, sorry, I kind of went off there because it's really irritating when these crimes against humanity keep being perpetuated and nobody actually does anything against the United States. Like the United States going to the International Monetary Fund and blocking Iran from getting a loan necessary to buy the supplies to deal with the COVID-19 outbreak, which in itself should be considered a crime against humanity. Maybe it's just a building frustration with imperialism and a growing frustration with the American people. I don't mean you, my particular viewers, but I mean the general U.S. population, which does not care in any way, shape, or form. They really don't care what their government does to people around the world. And then when certain tragedies happen, cannot understand why people around the world would not show them sympathy, because they do not understand their own apathy towards the hundreds of millions of people that the United States empire has killed. I will put it that way, and hopefully that will satisfy YouTube's content review. So, this is again another attempted assassination of a foreign leader, which is an international crime, which will go completely unpunished because the regulatory bodies of the world won't bother, because the United States will just cut off their funding, just like they did the WHO. And we got to start wondering when enough is enough for Maduro. Okay, you've had your takeover. You know, you've done the social democratic piece. It's time to, go all the way and actually do socialism. If they're just sabotaging your country and trying to kill you, then maybe it's about time that you had enough to stand up for them. Okay, look, who is the only people in the world that the United States wouldn't really mess with on any significant ground? And that's the DPRK, because the DPRK is nuclear missiles, nuclear weaponry, which shows the necessity of it. As much as many people would like, including myself, would like to have a world without nuclear weapons, unfortunately, because places like the United States exists, we do have to have those nuclear weapons as deterrent against imperialist invasion, conquest, assassination, and all the other nonsense combined. But that's another subject for another video.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.